Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 19th ranked team in... First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Makes the grab on the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They keep attacking through the air. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, he'll fire. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. First down for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Hubs it downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
To the air, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Just going to keep it after the snap. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And now on 2nd down for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going for it all. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And that is no good. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll immediately call timeout. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Skips away from pressure. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Murphy. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that pass is caught at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they...
And the returner goes down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. The throw. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after he... And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Makes the catch. It's Boyd. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. And here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Blue Devils are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
A loss of 7 yards on the play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been.
And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more